What is a TV show you can watch over and over again? Psych. Futurama. Good Years of The Simpsons. Star Trek The Next Generation. Golden Girls. Cheers. Frasier. Parks and Rec. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Community. Monk. Arrested Development. The IT Crowd. Firefly. I rewatch Fringe almost every year. Scrubs. The West Wing. Love me some Jed Bartlett and some Josh Lyman. Ted Lasso. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. King of the Hill. I Tell You What. Criminal Minds. Avatar The Last Airbender. Peep Show. Schitt's Creek. MASH Great Comedy. Lucifer. House. Supernatural. Bluey. Smiley Face. Malcolm in the Middle. Buffy the Vampire Slayer on my third rewatch. Rick and Morty. House. Better Call Saul. Frasier. Bob's Burgers. IT Crowd. Archer. 30 Rock. The X-Files. What are some behaviors that scream unintelligence? Attacking the person instead of the argument. Not being curious about things and not caring about learning about anything. When you no longer use reason, but start using volume to win your arguments. Try to pick your nose, accidentally punch yourself in the face. Bragging about not reading. I'm not sure if you can reliably judge intelligence based solely on behavior, but people who try to board the train while others are exiting score pretty fucking high in my book. Plastering your property, cars, boats, house, etc. with political flags, stickers, and slogans. Calling yourself an influencer and demanding special treatment. Not being willing to admit when they are wrong, and always deflecting their mistakes instead of owning up. Saying I don't know how to do that with a tone that says and I don't want to learn. Do it for me. Do it for me. What is okay to be addicted to? You know what they say about too much of a good thing, right? There are no good addictions, just good habits. Imagine being addicted to exercise. If you couldn't, for whatever reason, exercise, you'd go into withdrawal in a day or two and be miserable. If you were addicted to other people's happiness, you would prioritize that so far above your own that you would once again be miserable. Habits, on the other hand, are powerfully beneficial when they are positive. Definitely not MTG. Bass. Life. Music. Breathing. Not trying to be a buzzkill, but nothing is okay to be addicted to technically. Addiction by definition is a bad thing. Robert Palmer told me love, cuddles, water, being a good person. I'm addicted to breathing. If I stop for even half a minute my body is affected. Hugs. And serial killing. What are some things we shouldn't normalize? Bashing a person's hobbies, interests, so long as they're not actively harming others while indulging in such interests. Working way beyond your capacity, especially if you're just an employee and work for an hourly wage rather than the survival or success of your own company. Unhealthy habits like pulling all-nighters to write an essay that's due the next day. Hustle culture. We aren't born just to work and die. People need to normalize taking breaks and prioritizing their health, family and personal time. Voting for mentally incapable leaders. Parents exposing their child on social media. Spontaneous post is okay, but using them for money, clout and require them to be part of every scripted videos is totally not right. They should enjoy their private lives. How do you know if a girl's hitting on you or just being nice? That's the neat part, you don't. 90 of the time it is being nice, the other 10 it can be hard to read the signs. Maybe ask politely if she would like to get to know each other better, with the expectation she might say no and she was just being nice. If they're at work, they're never hitting on you. You can just ask. One time a bartender called me pumpkin and I was just like, I'm sorry, are you flirting with me or just being nice? She just laughed and said both, I guess. It went well. Only way to know for sure is to ask. Personally, I've made the mistake of thinking anyone actually liked me like that. In my case, 100 of the time the answer was actually no, lol. But OFCYMMV. Just so you know, I'm just a friendly person. I'm not hitting on you. Shoot your shot, you'll find out then you miss every shot you don't take. If they're being flirty and talking about sex, they're probably flirting. What do you miss the most about the internet? When it was still designed for people and not corporations. Not needing a login account for everything damn thing under the sun. Not being railroaded into apps when the browser version is perfectly fine looking at you. Reddit and Twitter free journalism, either without paywalls, for example NY Times, or with so many ads the page is nearly unusable. Local news sites. Browsing a variety of websites. Seems like the internet has been concentrated into like a dozen websites these days. Honestly, just the fun. It was like the Wild West in the early 2000s, so every time I got on it was nothing but a blast. Now I get on the internet almost out of habit and it's almost never fun. YouTube used to have a huge variety: music, shows, movies with little or no copyright policy and no advertisements. Being able to buy things outright and not subscribe to them. Just the way the world worked outside of the internet is what I miss. Neopets. Neopets. What is a non-negotiable rule in your house for everyone? One side of the kitchen sink stays empty. We have one of those 2-basin stainless sinks and it drives me absolutely bonkers when I have to remove and stack dishes just to get water to make coffee in the morning. Minimum pants underwear at the dinner table. Remarkably something you have to enforce quite often with small children. Don't put stuff on the stairs. Almost died once. Never again. Clean up after yourself. No water above cardboard. I like board games. My partner likes plants. Plants that need watering. Gravity makes water go down, so when there were plants above my board games, it was only a matter of time before the incident happened. Now we have the above rule. Don't tap on the aquarium glass. If it's on the table, it's everyone's property. Stuff yourself. Don't even ask. Don't look outside between 2:35 and 2:38 a.m. What is a good smell that you can't stand? All fake rose-scented items. All of them. Synthetic vanilla smell. Something about it is particularly off-putting, especially some candles that just make me nauseous the moment I enter the room. Car perfume. Fucking nauseous. Chloroform. I fall down every time. Most perfume cologne, though that could be due to people who use way too much of it. The smell of cooking chicken liver or cow liver. It's disgusting. Patchouli, coriander, parsley. I'd quiet just smells. Off to me. Bananas. Absolutely disgusting smell. Any candle scent like clean cotton or fresh linen. Don't know why, but they mess with my sinuses and make me feel miserable. Lavender. It just makes me want to sneeze. That strawberry scent. I'd since when it came around, but oh lord, does that make me nauseous. The smell of sanitizers. What is best done naked? Taking a shower. It's never completely done. Swimming. Being birthed. Attending family reunions. Frying bacon. Grocery shopping. Freeze up the checkout lines very quickly. Photosynthesis. Saunas. Sleeping. Change my mind. Welding. Taking a dump. Showering. Public speaking. Fighting. I rather not share what first came into my mind, but taking a shower. Driving. Tried it a couple of times. Very liberating. Getting dressed. Ops mom. Not sleepwalk outside in the city. High school graduation. Frying bacon. Playing ping pong. Seriously. Riding the subway to Coney Island. Sleep. Sleeping in the nude is the best way to sleep. Sex. Cuddling. Murder. Sleep. What isn't? Party face. Sexual harassment speech. Not ironing your clothes. Sleeping. Sleeping face. Swimming. Getting dressed. Swimming. What actions are you taking in your life that you believe are improving the world? Drinking myself into oblivion. Pretty much the only thing I can do as one singular person, which is be kind to people. I am very intentionally kind to others, and I do think it improves the immediate areas around me. I'm cultivating psilocybin. Nothing. When I finally get the balls to kill myself, that's going to be the best thing for the world that's in my power to do. I try to be kind to everyone I encounter, think before I speak, I take other people's feelings into consideration before acting. I also feed homeless folks year-round. I am a one-man sandwich making operation in Richmond, Virginia. I like to scrunch up my water bottles when I throw them away. That way they take up less space in the trash. I vote and pay taxes, my total obligation. Learning skills. Helping my friends and family. Killing myself. Suicide by degree. If band names were literal, what would be the best worst concerts to attend? Fine Young Cannibals. Megadeth, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Rem would be a snooze fest. Rush. It'd probably be like 5 seconds. Scorpions would be pretty bad. With special guest Whitesnake. Smash Mouth. I'm sure Sex Pistols would be interesting. Blue Man Group would be the exact same. Lol. Everybody would be disgusted at a Papa Roach show. A Flock of Seagulls would be pretty awful. TBH. Conjuring mental images of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Tame Impala would be cool. You could go up and pet the Impala. The Police would be quite unfun. The Killers. Circle Jerks. I could just go to Home Depot if I wanted to see Tool. Cradle of Filth and Napalm Death would probably be up there. Jimmy Eat World would be a bad one. Counting Crows would be pretty dull. 1. 2. Oh, I guess that's all of them. That's all of them. What is something people do in public that gets under your skin, oblivious to their position or how they are blocking an entire aisle? People who litter. Disappointed face. Talk on speakerphone. People who keep passing me and then slowing down so I have to pass them. I'm on cruise control going the same speed all the time. Pick a speed. We don't need all this lane changing. Watch TikToks or videos loudly. Groups that walk 5 wide on a sidewalk chatting away like they're the main characters. I don't know how to put it, but not navigating a store correctly. You should navigate a store like you drive. Leaving the aisle, you stop and yield to people on the main walkway. Stay on your side while walking and pull over properly and get out of the way if you need to stop and look. Check your blind spots. Etc. etc. People who are obnoxiously loud with no consideration to the person standing right next to them. If Joe Biden knocked on your door right now wanting to chat, what would you do? Nobody interrupts my nightly existential crisis Reddit scrolling time. Joe will have to wait till morning. Invite him in, offer him a drink, and ask what the hell he's doing in Canada right now. Be confused, I'm in Germany. I'd offer him a drink, and once we are situated I'd ask about the aliens. Chat, I guess? He would have come a long way to see me, and saying no would be rude. Offer him some corn pops. I mean, it's a bit strange, but I guess I have time. I'd at least be curious why he was here. Mr. President, it is midnight. Mr. President, I hope this doesn't come off as rude, but it is currently 1:30 a.m. and I believe we can chat another time. Introduce my dogs and cats. I don't really care who it is, I just like talking about my pets. Really high RN, so I wouldn't answer. Sniff him first in an act of dominance. What is a job that can't be replaced by AI robots? The person who helps people use the self-checkout machines. I'd love to see a robot deal with a combative patient in the ER. Psychiatrist therapist. Thanks God I changed my major from computer science to pre-med bio. Guessing AI has another 50 years before they figure that one out. Lawyer, and only because so many of our lawmakers are lawyers. They will pass laws specifically to protect themselves while their owners pay them to allow AI to take ours. Imagine an AI dominatrix. Plumbing. Guy who fixes the robots that fixes the other robots. Go far enough down the line, there will always be at least one person needed to keep it all running. Programming, creating, improving, maintaining the AI. McDonald's cashier. Sure, a robot can make your food and take your money. But who's going to keep the homeless guy from jacking off in the dining area? How do you feel about mint chocolate chip ice cream? It's amazing. One of the best flavors. Now I want some. Breyer's mint chip is the shit. Plus, since mint is good for tummies, I sometimes claim I'm eating it for medicinal purposes. I spent most of my life thinking that people who liked it were weird. Mint? And ice cream? Together? No, I wouldn't even consider trying it. But I ended up trying it a few years ago and now it's my favorite. I don't like it. Ice cream is already cold and then the extra feeling of coolness from the mint is overbearing for me. As soon as I read this question, I started craving mint chocolate chip ice cream. I love it and haven't had it in a while. I'll have to pick some up this weekend. I don't like it at all, but it is a personal opinion, especially because I don't like mint. It's very strong for me. I really don't like it. Gross. Love it. What could you do with $8, instead of wasting it on a blue mark? Buy kebab. I could buy a box of breakfast cereal once a month. Buy 6 items our Dollar Tree. My 6 items: 1 vitamin water, 1 bag of peanut butter filled pretzels, 1 box of tissues, 1 disinfectant cleaner, hand soap, one of those pens that writes in 4 different colors, but a new battery for the smoke detector and of change left for a chocolate bar. Edit: please use this as your reminder to check your smoke detectors and make sure they are functioning properly. Take a friend to coffee. More value in that. Wait. And buy Twitter. Buy myself a large iced mocha instead of a medium. Toss in an extra $1 and buy 2 6-packs of Klondike bars at the grocery store. Buy a coffee in Sydney. I could buy 2 bottles of wine from Aldi. A bag of rice will feed a family of 6 for quite a while. What is so ridiculously overpriced, yet you still buy groceries? Right now? Cars, at least in my area. Brand new cars are few and far between. And it's not unusual to see used cars with prices 10K to 12K above what the price was a year and a half ago. It's insane. Concessions at sporting events. As much as I try my best to eat before I go and resist the urge to buy beer when I am there, some days, seeing others enjoying their beer and food snacks make me say F it, and I indulge too. Pretty much all the things I need to stay alive. Razor refills, Warhammer 40K minis, coffee, health insurance, medical supplies, electricity, rent, insulin, my antidepressants. The gods have demanded we sacrifice 10 of the human population. How should we choose who goes, and why? The resulting global war kills 50 of the population while gods scream, guys, that's enough. Guys, in vain. Just randomly sink cruise ships. Start with the volunteers. Sorted by pizza toppings. Let's choose a sex offender. May the odds be ever in your favor. Guess it's time for Squid Game IRL. Pedophiles. People who clap when airplanes land. People who don't return their shopping cart to the cart corral. Tell them no. Let's be honest here. It would be the disabled, the elderly, and the terminally ill first, then probably starving people. No one. We kill these supposed gods instead. Or die trying. Eliminate everyone attempting to sacrifice someone. Problem solved. Oh, this could get dark. Lol. Criminality. Let's take out the fentanyl dealers. People who drive below the speed limit. Why? We have a lot of mountain goats that hang out around blind corners, licking the salt off the road. Because I'm driving in an unfamiliar area, my GPS has told me to turn right in 800 feet, and I have yet to determine just how far 800 feet is. I'm lost. I don't care how slow you're going, as long as you keep your ass in the non-passing lanes. Because that's all my car can do. There was a bit of ice on the road and I lost control of my car for a split second and realized how fragile we truly are while driving. I'm new at this and I'm scared. Flow of traffic. Better to coast instead of suddenly having to brake and creating an accordion effect. I really can't afford a ticket right now, because I'm a semi-governed at 65 miles per hour. Besides, you can save money going a more efficient speed. How do you give a dog a great last few weeks? Update: she was much sicker than we originally thought. We said goodbye to our Shih Tzu Daisy today after a good 15 years together. Thank you for all the wonderful suggestions and support. She enjoyed a big chicken sandwich and lots of cuddles before she went. As others have said, sorry op. One way to ultimately spoil your dog, if in your means, to have them put to sleep in your home. It's much more peaceful on the dog in their final time to go in an environment they are familiar with. My aunt, who has numerous dogs in her life, said it's the best way and will never go back to bringing them into a vet's office if they can. You can lay with your dog and hold them and be comfortable with them as well. It's a more cathartic experience. I'm so sorry op. Grill him steaks or a night. Take him to the park as much as possible. Spoil them with treats, affection, and if possible, do things they love like going on car rides or walks.